I got some youngins in Memphis that doing no business, don't care about a witness. I handle my business, I'm working.
I'm Martina, I'm Spanish, but I am a brand influencer and content creator in Kenya. I'm also a dancer and choreographer and a wife and a mom, and I am a millennial on the move. So about being a dancer and choreographer, I am specialized in Afro dance. I like every African modern style, and I am also a dance teacher. So yeah, I started dancing way back in 2019 when I first arrived to Kenya actually. And yeah, I've been to many classes here in Kenya and in Europe.
Cool.
When I first came to Kenya, I chose to start dancing because everyone around me was dancing. Like, dancing is such a cultural thing in African countries, I think. Like, even people who are not dancers dance in their daily lives. Like, you know, back in Spain, people don't really dance like that. And in here, it was such a popular thing, so I was so like driven to it. So I just started going to classes and dancing in clubs, whatever, you know. So that was how.
Are you looking for me?
I was born and raised in a southern city in Spain called Córdoba, next to Seville. Yeah. My childhood was pretty much like smooth, and I was in the same school from like 3 years old to 18 years old. Then I went to study college in Madrid for 4 years. I also lived in Holland for a period of time, like in an exchange. And then when I was to finish my university studies, I got an internship here in Nairobi. I studied international relations, so I got an internship in the Spanish embassy here in Nairobi. And that's why I first came to Kenya, really. But then I discovered dance, so I did like a complete change of career. I also met Tile, my now husband, and he was a dancer already. So I saw an opportunity to make a living out of dance, and I just went for it. I was always so interested in living abroad, by the way, and traveling. Like, my dream was always having a job that would allow me to travel and getting paid for it, ideally. So I was always traveling with my family, and later when I was older, alone or with, again, exchanges and stuff. And yeah, that's why I always knew I would live abroad, like out of my hometown, out of my country even. Yeah, I was just a normal kid, really. Like, I don't know, like I was good in school, like not excellent, but just good. I used to dance ballet for like 10 years during my childhood, but yeah, it's been a while. I don't dance ballet though.
Baby, gotta let you know I'm sorry.
So the reaction of my family, especially my parents, when I decided I wanted to move back to Kenya, they were like, that's fine, like you're an adult, you can do whatever you want, but we are not gonna like support you if you're not studying anymore. You know, like if you're going to Kenya not doing anything like studies related, you're gonna have to like provide for yourself. And I was like, okay, I will do it. So at first, of course, they did help me out. But then we just started working like as dancers, and then the content creation came in the picture, because when I first came back, I didn't have platforms, like big platforms or anything. But then we started growing, and we could like make a living out of all this. And now, yeah, they don't support me at all, so they don't have a say on what I do anymore. Time I was super excited to come to Kenya because I was like, as I said, like I always wanted to like live abroad, experience as many countries as I can, and I was very excited to like work in the embassy, whatever, meet new people, meet a new city and country so different from what I'm used to. So the first time, of course, I thought I was only gonna be here for like 6 months, the period of my internship, but then like I fell in love. I loved the vibe in here, so the second time I came, was after COVID, because I actually went back and then COVID happened, so I was like kind of trapped in Spain. So when I decided to come back the second time was because of Tile, basically, because we had been long distance for a while, like months at the time. So I just wanted to be with him and try my luck here. Since I was done with my studies, I had nothing like attaching me to Spain anymore. So I wanted to like come and see like what Kenya had in store for me. Then I fell pregnant, you know, I became pregnant with Tiago, my first son. And now we decided to go back to Spain because like I wanted to be with my family at the time, and because also Tile's family is not around so much. So, and we didn't know how to parent basically, so we decided to go back to Spain and had my family around. My family and I are very close. So yeah, it was just easier there. Also for Tiago to get his papers and everything. And the third time, we came back now, this is the third time. It actually took a while. I always knew I wanted to come back, but Tile was like hesitant at first, like he wanted to stay in Spain. But it came to a point where we didn't have like so much going on for ourselves in Spain. So we both decided like, let's go back to Kenya, because that's where our lives were, you know? So that's why we decided to come back, even if we are gonna be like away from family and we are not gonna have like so much help with Tiago, with baby. But I think it's worth it. It's been worth it so far, so I hope it keeps that. Okay, I wouldn't say I don't have regrets in my life, but honestly, everything that I've done has led me to where I am now. So I don't know if I would not make the same mistakes again, you know. Maybe I regret not starting dancing sooner. I regret that, for example. I would be so much better now. I regret not starting TikTok sooner, because everyone blew up during quarantine and me, I blew up like months later. So I also could have like a bigger platform now. So my biggest achievement has been building a platform outside of my country, being one of the most recognized dancers, choreographers, and influencers in a country that is not my own. But I'll tell you more about this after this short commercial.
Tonight, R.I.P. that
Killer, West Side Killer.
Welcome back to Millennial on the Move. I am Martina Gonzalez, and I'm gonna tell you about my biggest achievements, as I told you before. So building a platform outside of my country, in a country so far from where I'm from, was actually unexpected, but it happened very organically, like very naturally, because my boyfriend at the time was Tile Pacbro. I'm sure all of you know him. So he was kind of popular already. Not when I first met him, but when I came back the second time to Kenya, he had blew up already. Like Cardi B had posted him, Justin Bieber had posted him. Anyway, he was kind of big already. So me being his girlfriend and also dancing and making content for social media, even though I didn't have like a big platform back then, like it all helped develop my career and gaining a following that eventually built the platform that I have today. So it happened very naturally, and I didn't expect it when I first moved back to Kenya, but now I wouldn't change it for anything, honestly. And with the platforms, of course, I get to broadcast my dance and choreographies to a wider audience. That's why I think I'm one of the most recognized dancers right now in Kenya, even though I'm a foreigner. But I put in the work and I make sure that I'm seen and that I put out content for people to consume, and I think that's like very well received in every area. So yeah, I'm just thankful to all my followers for that.
Sukari, sugar, sukari, sukari.
Okay, so I face many challenges in my life, but maybe being a foreigner in the country where you live, the language is a huge barrier. But now nasikia Kiswahili kidogo too, but I'm learning. So yeah, the language was a huge barrier before. Now not so much. Then like for some gigs, they really want like a Kenyan girl rather than like a Muzungu. So of course, I will miss out on those gigs. But then I think for others, I may get like an advantage because I look different than most of them. So yeah, that's like a 50-50 thing. Then of course, like being so far from home and being a mom is tough because at the end of the day, it's just like you and your partner with baby, and that can be a lot sometimes. And then of course, like having a big platform, you're gonna get haters and hate comments, but honestly, that's not a challenge for me anymore because I'm so used and I don't care about what someone without a profile picture have to say about me or my family. So yeah. And then maybe having like an interracial couple, we get some racism at times, like both sides actually. Like they say, he's with me because I'm Muzungu and I have money. I wish I had so much money as you guys think I have. But yeah, like those kind of comments that are not true at all. But yeah, it happens.
I don't mean to bother you at all. Monkey they walkie bamboo they chop. You say you be talk.
So one of the lessons that I learned from having these challenges is that if you're gonna do social media for a living, you have to like be tough. You know what I mean? Like you can't let every comment get to you. Not the good ones and not the bad ones. Like, of course you appreciate the good ones, but you can't let any comment affect like how you perform, the content you put out. Like at the end of the day, you have to be yourself, and I think many people like my platforms because I show everything as it is. Like especially motherhood. Motherhood is hard, let me tell you, and it's not glamorous 90% of the time, and I just show it like it is, and I think a lot of people find it relatable, like, and they like it for that, yeah. So just be yourself, don't let any comments affect you, and yeah, just do your thing. The right people will like you for it. Okay, so I think many young people go wrong, especially like in the early 20s or yeah, there. Not pursuing what they really want to pursue in life because of expectations from others like parents, family, friends, society in general. And then you end up like a bit lost in life because you don't know what to do with your life. I mean, I've been there. I think all of us are there at some point, so it's okay. But you have to trust yourself. You have to listen to yourself and really go for what you want in life. Because after all, we only live once, so we have to make it worth it, yeah. So just like trust yourself more. Ignore what other people have to say because nobody is walking on your shoes as you are.
Oh, there must be.
So again, as I said, you just have to go for what you want in life. If you want to start content creation, for example, just post that TikTok, post that story. Like, don't be afraid of other people making fun of you because, like, at the end of the day, you have to get things going on for yourself. And yeah, if you're afraid, just do it afraid. if you're alone, just do it alone. If you're broke, just do it broke. You know, just start with what you have, and you will slowly, very slowly, like build something that you can be proud of and that you can make a living out of. So in 10 years, I see myself probably here in Kenya, if I get to make like a huge brand out of all this. Probably not having any more kids, but you never know. I have so many goals that I see myself achieving in the near future, not even like 10 years. Like working with many artists here in Kenya and Africa in general, working with many brands and organizing events. That's what I'm more passionate about. I want to start organizing events for dancing. And yeah, I see myself owning a house, owning a car, owning several like sources of income, and yeah, with a thriving child, a healthy relationship with my husband, and yeah, that's how I see myself. And then my role models. Okay, in content creation, I admire Asia a lot. For example, like she's a big brand right now, so like she's on top, you know. So I admire her very much. In terms of dancing, I have so many role models, honestly, like Kenyans and international. I have so many dancers that I love, like Bad Gal Kasi. If you're a dancer, you know who I'm talking about. But also like locals, like, I don't know, Ayoma, my own husband, Tile. Yeah, like I have so many role models in dancing. So I just aspire to be one for other dancers.
I love you fight kung fu, but I could fight for you. I got my eyes on you.
So as a young mom, my motherhood journey has been tough. I think every motherhood journey is beautiful and very difficult at the same time. First of all, I wasn't ready for a baby. I'm gonna be honest. I wasn't ready. It wasn't on my plans or Tile's plans yet. So it kind of like fell onto us. So we had to get ready very fast. Pregnancy was like a stressful time because we had to go to Spain. Anyway, now when baby arrived, I didn't know nothing about being a mom, you know. So I had to learn everything from scratch, like every mom though. I was lucky I had like a village to like raise my son and help me out and teach me about how to be a mom. But yeah, it was tough. It's a strain on your relationship for sure. You have to be very intentional with the communication with your partner, not letting things like get out of hand, knowing that you are in a very stressful time, a very trying time. So just give yourself grace. Honestly, giving myself grace was an important part of my journey. Like forgiving myself, allowing myself to make mistakes and be okay with it, because it's difficult, honestly, but at the end of the day, it's worth it because it's a love you have never known before. And seeing your baby thrive and learn new things, like for example, Diago now, he's learning to walk. It's such a fulfilling experience. Like you are so proud and like you actually grew that human being inside of your belly and then pushed him out, you know? So yeah, it's a very contradictory experience because it's very tough, very isolating at times, especially being young. Not many people around me have kids, so none of my friends have kids actually. So it can get a bit lonely at times, but then I am blessed with so many good friends that make their role as aunties and uncles. So still, I am blessed, honestly. Like, it's a trying experience, but yes, I have every tool to like succeed, so I can't complain. So what I love about Kenya, like in contrast with Spain, is of course like I build my platform here, so work is abundant here rather than in Spain. Also, the people, they are like very welcoming, very fun to be around. Everyone dances, which I love because I dance too. I like the nightlife. I like the life in general. Like Nairobi is such a vibrant city, so there's always something to do, somewhere to go, somebody to like get to know. So I like that a lot. It's true, won't lie. In Spain, like quality of living is better in a way, but and of course my family is there too. But even with all that, I prefer being here. So that should tell you like all you need to know. I like Kenya. So you guys can find me in social media. Every handle, every page in social media is at Martina Glez _. Follow me. I put out great content almost daily. So yeah, you won't regret it. And this is Millennia on the Move. Thank you so much for having me.